Can people change? What is fair? What is beauty? What is color? What does justice for all look like? Does time have a beginning and an end? What exactly makes you, you? Why do we create art? Is beauty subjective or objective? Welcome back. Today, guys, is going to be all about sort of big questions, philosophical questions, in this activity that I did with my students that I think any of you could do, and it would be fascinating to do. So let's check it out. Thanks for coming back to the channel. Hopefully you're a regular. I absolutely love you guys. You've been doing a great job commenting below and sharing things out and subscribing. I really appreciate the active community that we're building here, so thank you for that. I can't believe we've rounded the corner on 1,000 subscribers, and we just keep growing. So thanks to you guys. It means a ton to me. But let's get back to today's topic. Today's topic being these big questions. I don't know if you guys know this about me, but I've mentioned it on a few well-played podcasts as well as some other places. But my degree is, my first degree was advertising and philosophy, and man, that would be an interesting thing to talk about as well. That kind of combination, but. The philosophy part was definitely used this last week, and I want to talk to you guys about it. It was this activity where we were asking these big questions, and when I run this philosophy activity, which I've done now for 12, 13 years, this exact same philosophy activity that I want to give to you guys, and I'll put links below to sort of the packet that I give out to students. It's a tiny little packet. It's a one-day activity. But I want to make sure you understand how to launch this activity. When you do a philosophy activity, I talk to the students about how this is an exploration, that it's not so much about getting the right answer, which these kids are so trained to do in school. And this is where I think we lose some of that creativity, because we're training the brain to be black and white, to study this and answer that. And we're not really letting kids play in the gray space of questions, kind of the what ifs, too often, because that's not measurable, and it's uncomfortable for teachers to grade kind of the what ifs. So we make things pretty black and white. Memorize this, and respond this way. So I really launched this with the kids and saying, guys, this is a little different activity, and some of you aren't going to like it. Some of you are going to be uncomfortable with it because you've been so trained to sort of know what the answer is, and they want to know the exact answer. Well, a philosophy activity is an exploration. We're going to explore this question from multiple sides. We're going to not just go with our gut instinct on things, and we're going to get outside of our gut instinct and ask each other why things are the way they are. When I ran this the first time, I ran it in a 5th grade classroom back when I taught all the subjects, right? I was doing them all. And the kids loved it. The kids really said they felt like it was the first time a teacher asked them what they thought. I thought that was really a powerful thing, a powerful reflection and sort of sad response on school, that it was the first time that a teacher really wanted to know what they thought. Not just the answer, but what they thought. So I always sort of kept that in mind when I ran this activity. And this activity is really simple. This activity is, I give a sheet of paper out that explains sort of these rules of philosophy, and that we need to wrestle with the questions and think things through. But the simple question is, what is more important, form or matter? And then I give this sheet that defines form and matter, one being sort of the shape, the essence of it, the other being what it's made of, it's a particular matter. And I tell the kids we have to choose a side, like you're gonna want to pick kind of both. They're both important, but play with it. So, ask yourselves, would we exist? What makes us us? Is it the stuff? Is it the spirit? Is it the essence? Who knows? But like, it's just a really interesting discussion to have with these students, and it's so cool to see them do it. And how I run it is I always have them discuss this at their tables for a little bit. Give them 10, 12 minutes. And I go around and I like prod and choose the other side to sort of get them thinking even more. And then I move around to the next one. And then we do at the end this old trick, which I think we need to bring back more because I don't see it very often anymore in schools, and that's the fishbowl. This is where you put 4 chairs in the center of the room, and you get students to volunteer to be in the fishbowl. And everyone else, I tell them that you are an integral part of the fishbowl. You know, these 4 are here to have a natural ebb and flow conversation, the same ones we were having at our desk. So they're going to explore this idea of what's more important, form or matter, and then everyone else around is part of that discussion. But they're only this part of the discussion. They gotta listen. And as they listen and they want to respond, they can raise their hand, and I ask them just to make some eye contact with me, kind of auctioneer style, and I sort of let them know that I see them. And then at some later point, I will signal to them to go into the circle. That way they don't have their hands up the whole time, and their mind beep, gets shut off when they just put that hand up. This way, they can continue to focus on the dialogue that's being said, so that when they enter the circle and they tap somebody out, they're not repeating what's already been said. They're adding to that discussion. They're able to like reference what other people have said, and we have this kind of great class discussion with everyone listening. It was such a fantastic activity, and I really wanted to share this with you because it's powerful to allow these students to wrestle with the unknown, to play in the gray space. I think it helps their creativity in things like art and like our projects, because you're training that brain to be uncomfortable in sort of the unknown, in the exploration of things. And far too often do we just kind of go with that black and white thinking. So had to share it. The students had a great time, and we had a rousing discussion. And again, you really could do this in any class, and you could just say that it's a good exercise for the mind. You don't need to be teaching philosophy or history alongside of it. You could if you wanted, but like not needed. And I really just wanted to share this with you because it was so neat and fun to do. The kids really liked it. Afterwards, they lit up, and it was so cool to see them get so fired up about exploring stuff, getting outside their norm, and hearing kids talk about taking the other side, like that they would try for 10 minutes to be on the form side, and then they would explore the matter side for 10 minutes and act like that was what they wanted. Hearing kids ask each other questions about why do you feel that way? Explain that. And then kind of doing the legit philosophy. It was just mind-blowingly cool, and I had to share it. It's been a great week so far. I'm going to do another vlog in a little bit about the test that we're taking, some really cool stuff that's happening there. And then after that, I think I'm going to do a vlog on vlogging. So you guys have asked. I'm putting it together. I can't wait for you to check it out. As always, if you could, crush that subscribe button. Share this out with your fellow teachers so that we can build this community out. And if you could, I'd love a comment down below. Talk about how you might use this activity. Talk about how you might have done an activity like this. Tell me how you like the resource packet that's attached. Anyway, love to hear from you guys. You guys are the best. For now, take care. Peace out.